Hi there, welcome to another edition of Modern Retro Review. Today I'm going to be looking at a Sega Megadrive homebrew game from 2018 called Omega Blast, which has just come up on the title screen as you can see there. This is a very professionally produced game. It was developed by a developer or developers called Nendo, who are from Japan, and it was released in 2018, as I said, to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Mega Drive in Japan. So as you can see, it's an arcade game. It's got a high score table, and now you can see from this demo that it's a scrolling shoot 'em up. It's actually a caravan shooter, which basically means you've only got 2 minutes to play the game and you only get 1 life to get as many points as possible. And as you can also see from that quick demo there, it's got some bullet hell characteristics. So I do like the opening splash screen here with the 30th anniversary Mega Drive logo there, and they've actually done Nendo in the Sega style as well, so very nicely done. The presentation of this is excellent, as I said. So let's have a look first by pressing the start button at the options. So as you can see there on the screen, it says it's got a 2-minute score attack mode. That's the only option. You can start the game or you can look at the options, and the options are level, which are normal or hard, and this game is hard on the normal level, so I'm not going to be playing it on the hard level. And you've also got sound test, which is a classic thing from the Sega Mega Drive days as well. So we won't get into that too much. Let's go and exit the game out, press the start button again and start the game. So you've got, I'm going to tell you early on, in fact I'm going to pause the game, just start it up here. I'm just going to pause for a second to tell you the controls, because you get into the action very quickly here. As I said, you've only got 2 minutes to get as far in the game as you can. So your options are the A button shoots but doesn't auto fire, the C button auto fires, and you've also got the option of what speed you want to move your ship at, which is at 4 levels, currently at level 2. I'm going to switch that to level 3 when I start it up. Now this mirrors very closely the classic Hudson Soft games like Star Soldier and Super Star Soldier. They had these caravan modes in them, so it's very much replicating that on the Mega Drive hardware, but the difference is that this is the only option. So right, I'm going to get into the action now, so I'm going to switch my speed to 3 and start shooting. Starts off, you collect coins by the way as well, you get those automatically, they just sort of drift towards you. So straight away you can see the bullet hell begins after the first few waves of enemies, and you can earn lots of points by shooting stuff on the ground, which is reminiscent of a game like Warhawk actually, on the Commodore 64. So yeah, you've got to move around, try and avoid the bullets for as much as you can, shoot all the enemies, blow up all the installations on the ground. If you blow up a section of the installations, a whole sort of area of them, then you will get a load of bonus points. But to be honest, all I'm really doing is moving around and trying to survive the bullet hell, which I'm actually doing quite well at, better than normal, because I'm usually pretty bad at these games. There's different types of enemies, and some of them circle around you, and you really need to shoot those before they circle around, because otherwise they unleash a load of bullets. Oh, this looks bad now. Let's get over there. Score wise I'm not sure how well I'm doing, but survival wise I'm actually doing pretty well at the moment, amazingly. This is about as far as I've ever got in the game. Amazing that I'm doing this on my first playthrough. I was expecting to have to restart a bunch of times. Oh, this looks bad though. These are the ones that circle around. You can see they throw a whole ton of bullets at you, and actually this is the furthest I've ever got in the game. I've never got to the boss before, and I've got 30 seconds left, and now here comes the boss. And as you can see, as you'd expect with a bullet hell game, the bullets are everywhere. Oh my god, oh, I managed to avoid her again. You have got a very small hitbox, which obviously helps. Oh, there we go, I finally got wiped out. I'm amazed I got that far in the game. I've never got that far before, and yet my score was terrible, only 163,000, because I missed a bunch of stuff at the beginning, didn't even get into the high score table. Even so, I'm pretty pleased to have got to the boss there on my first ever playthrough on video. So let's give it another go. You need nerves of steel and reactions of a cat to play this game, I'm not joking. So what I'm going to focus on now is trying to get a bit more score, because like I say, I've never got that far in the game, but that's one of the lowest scores I've ever got. So you really don't want to shoot those pink ones. The pink ones unleash a load of bullets when you shoot them, and yeah, you can just not shoot them basically. But what happens is you get so involved in just shooting everything that you forget that some of the things you shouldn't shoot. So you do also get temporary invulnerability, I think, when you collect some of these things that are dropped and float around the screen, so that obviously helps as well. Well, I'm expecting normal service to be resumed here and I'll start getting hit by a load of bullets. But I've already got more points than I did in the first playthrough because I've managed to shoot some of those sections of ground-based targets. So this is stuff you learn by playing it more and more, is what actually gets you the most points. Also, I have to say, for the amount of sprites being thrown around in this game, there's almost no slowdown, which is quite a phenomenal thing. The coders of this were obviously very clever. They managed to get, you know, a lot of power out of the game. There we go, blown up. That's more what I'd expect to happen. They're going to get a lot of power and finesse out of the game. But as you can see, I did a hell of a lot better there because I got nearly 300,000. So the key to the game for getting a high score is wiping out all those ground-based targets and all the sections of them, and picking up the 8,000 point power-ups. And if you do that, then you get a lot more points. I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not sure what more I can show. I'll have one more go, but really that's pretty much it. I really wasn't expecting to get as far in the game as I did on that first playthrough. I've shocked myself. But yeah, I mean, I haven't even talked about the graphics and sound, which again are awesome. The background music is really well done. The sprites are all nicely drawn. I mean, they're all typical sort of space shoot 'em up sprites. There's nothing outstanding about them, but everything's really nicely drawn. You know, the bullets are nice and big and pink, so they're easy to spot. Not easy to avoid, as you've seen, because I died there. That's what normally happens when I play this game. I'm still a little bit gobsmacked at how well I did the first time round. But all in all, it's a really polished game. I think it's the only like full game that these guys did. They were just like playing around basically and wanted to do something for the 30th anniversary of the Megadrive in Japan. So yeah, you can download this game for free, by the way. I haven't mentioned that. I'll put a link to the website in the pinned comment, as I always do. It's in Japanese, but if you use Google Translate on it, you can see all the information about the game. And there we go. See, that's what normally happens when I play this game. I last about 30 seconds, so I was gobsmacked to get to the end, or nearly to the end at least. I probably only had about 5 or 10 seconds left in that boss battle. Again, it's really hard, but it's also really addictive. You know what I should do? I should give it a go in hard mode and see how different it is. So let me just kill myself off. But everything about it is really well done, really polished. Yeah, it's a great little game. It's very addictive, even though it's rock hard. So speaking of rock hard, let's see how much harder it is on the hard mode, just for a final playthrough. The other thing you'll see if you go to the website is there's lots of information about how they actually did the programming. So there's guides to how to program in the with the dev kit for the Mega Drive that you can get. So if you're interested in actually trying programming out yourself, then that's something to give a go as well. So far I can't see how this is different at the moment. I'm getting it's pretty much exactly the same as far as I can tell. Possibly there's a few more bullets being thrown around, and there's game over. But yeah, I couldn't really tell whether the hard mode was any different because it's rock hard anyway. So that pretty much sums it up for this one. A very short review of what is a short game, but a really decent one. So if you're into your bullet hell shooters and you want to try one on a Mega Drive, this is probably your best option. I don't think there are any commercially produced ones that you'd really say are pure bullet hell ones like this one is. There may have been some other homebrew ones, I'm not aware of them all yet, so I might find one in the future. But yeah, really nice game. Omega Blast, definitely worth giving a shot if you've got your Mega Drive, your Everdrive cartridge, or you want to just play it on an emulator. Then yeah, give it a shot. It's a really nice game, really fits in with the aesthetics of the dynamics, if you like, of the Mega Drive. You know, it works really well with the pad and all that kind of stuff. So it's a great little game to play, and I highly recommend it. It's a free download, as I mentioned, and it's a bit of a shame that it wasn't expanded into a full game, because I think that would have been awesome. But yeah, if you've got the nerves of steel and the reactions of a cat that you need to play this kind of game, then give it a go. Thanks very much for watching this video. If you've got any thoughts about the game, then leave a comment, and yeah, I'll be back with another one in the near future. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.